feel that? You know what that is? That's just Saturn in Aquarius, the planet of structure and change and control and karma. Y'all, I hope you guys feel the magic today. It's a very powerful day. 3, 2, 1. Ascending masters. Ordering your steps. God is with you. God is in control. And we are illuminating magic, honey. I wanted to get on here because it has been such a great day. I wanted to post this video earlier, but I took a hip-hop class, a virtual hip-hop class with Anthony Red Williams. Follow his Instagram, Red818. Take a class, get your life. But yeah, I took a class today. This is just a powerful day in general. And of course that aligned on today because guess what? That's what I started with. That's what I realized, that I was an artist from hip-hop. I started dancing as a hip-hopper, break dancer when I was freaking 14, 15 years old. But with that, Saturn just moved into Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about revelation. It's all about breaking old rules and regulations that are outdated, that do not serve the betterment of the people. Though we are a very independent sign, we love to be engaged in the collective, but still with limitations. We want to be able to find a way to work within the society where everybody gets to be who they are individually, but it works for the betterment of the whole. So if me being a crazy, like deranged killer, that's who I think I can be. I mean, that's not really the best for myself or for the environment or for the community. So you may want to reconsider that. This is, let me find my light. Let me find the positive purpose that God put in me, the universe gave me, and I agreed to tune into as I've come down here to earth. And so with this, a lot of people may or may not know, when you turn 27, 28, 29, 30, around that age, you start going through a very interesting part of your life. Some people get very depressed. You just go through a crisis. People are like, why you cut your hair? I needed to go through with another rebirth. I needed to go through another phase where I was really peeling off those layers like an onion to get to the core of who I really am. And it's levels to this. It's levels to life. I'm not gonna reach mastery just because I say I want to reach mastery. Even if we say we have it all figured together and our life is not a reflection of that, it's kind of like, do you really have it together, sis? Because energy and the universe produces results and karma from the actions and the thoughts we take. So with this solar return, it's a solar return for me because it's going into the sign, it's in the sign of Aquarius, and I happen to be an Aquarius. And this is a solar return because I'm 28. I'm around that age of where you're questioning your life, whether you want to get married, whether you want to have a relationship, whether I want to have children, which I do want to get married. Yes, I do want to have children. Yes, I do want to do all these things, but am I prepared? Am I ready to fulfill that responsibility? I'm not ready for any of those things, because guess what? I'm still learning how to really love me. And yes, I love who I am, but there's levels to love. Love is about showing up. It's about stability. It's about accountability. It's about compassion. There's so many levels to loving yourself, and I have not mastered that yet. So I don't want to bring anybody into me while I'm still figuring me out. I mean, being friends is fine, but I just see we especially in the African American community, we have so much dysfunction and so many broken families and things, and that stems from people not knowing who they are before they union and connect with somebody else. And I don't want that. Like, we're breaking generational curses this year. We are illuminating, we're linking love, breaking cycles. And what's my last one? Claiming the victory. We're claiming the victory because we're getting ready to put in the work. And so with this Aquarius energy that we're shifting into with Saturn, which is all about systematic structures, right? We have to break down these structures of government, of our personal life, society, we have to have a new world. The new world is coming. The virus is symbolic to the sickness that we have on earth. And we have to break down, heal, cure the sickness so that we can create a more balanced and peaceful world. Now, that part happens when we actually reveal. We still got racist, injustice, poverty. We still have health, even health. You got to go through all this for you to see that you need to have better health care for your citizens in a society. You should want to create a system that works for your people and not against your people. And so that's what we're seeing right now. You know, we've had leaders who are very racist, who are very all about white supremacy, but that's not balance. That's not order. We need to reverse it. In my opinion, we've had white males in the White House all the time. Reverse that. And I don't want to get all political, but put a black woman up in there, put a black man in there, put an Indian, China. I don't care. We just need to switch it up. We have to do something else, because crazy is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And Trump being in the White House right now it's revealing. Revelations, I've been buked, honey. It's revealing all those little secrets that the people who claim that, it's no racism, it's no... Yes, because all the laws that were in place when it was legal to discriminate and separate and hate people, they're still there. They're brushed under the rug, but they're still there. And we have to we're creating a new world. So y'all, as much as you resist the truth and what you know, we will continuously struggle. And it's energy. It's just like when you resist something in your personal life. Take this on a personal level. God keeps trying to show you, do this, do this, do this. You keep resisting what you know need to do. It's only gonna hurt you. It's only gonna prolong your victory. It's only gonna prolong the glory that you want, the life that you want. So I feel like with this shift happening, and then this virus is putting a light on us. Hello, illumination. Illuminate. Dead battery. It's illuminating us so that we can see ourselves. And a lot of times people can't be alone. And so this quarantine for me is normal life. I'm always by myself. But for people who don't know what it feels like to address their own energy and to be truthful about who they are and how they show up in the world, you should probably take some time to do that. Like, that's what we have this time for. We're done with life. You can create your own schedule, be with your family, heal, do whatever you need to do to really show and prove to yourself who you really are. And I think a lot of times us who are all spiritual or whatever you want to call it, people are annoyed by us, but that's because we constantly are seeking to be better. Like I think about the killings that happen in our communities, people killing each other because they don't know how to communicate, people cheating and doing all this because they can't be honest about how they feel. These are simple fixes. If we actually take this time to sit down and reflect and research how to be a better person. And that takes me to the virtual aspect. I just took a virtual dance class, which I got my whole life. I didn't have the stress of people hitting me or trying to pick up the choreography fast, because I could go back and relearn it and rewatch it. It's the same thing. Along this self-help journey, you have to Google those questions. You have to want to be better as a person. How do I keep feeling jealous. I keep having sexual tension. It's an answer for every question. It is. You have to put it out there. You have to want to know that I have to do more in my life to be better. Because look, it can't just be one person. Those families where it's only that one person that wants to actually, okay, let's bring this stuff up, let's address this stuff, and let's dig through it. No, because guess what? When that ship falls, who's going to stand up? And now we're tapping into energy and spirituality and connection in a different way, because we don't have the material things, because we're in isolation. So I have to be able to connect through your energy. I have to feel what you're feeling, empathically. I think that's how you say it. I have to feel what you're feeling empathically and really tap into that energy. You know what I mean? And it's beautiful, like for me, because I love energy. I love talking about energy. I love learning about it because I don't know everything. I'm a student of life, but I know that I receive divine information to share with those like-minded people. And with us shifting into this age of Aquarius and information, I feel deeply connected to it because I had to find the balance between what my spirit was telling me from a higher place and what the world was showing me about, oh, I'm sinning, or your astrology is this. You have to let God change people and mold people, but you have to let people go their path. So we have to have this sense of detachment, which I'm great at. I'm great at detaching myself from situation, things, and people that want to consume you emotionally and over protect and mother you. Like it's like when you want to mother your children, but you give them everything you got and you'll stress yourself out calling up every second. You gotta trust that you gave that baby everything they need and let them go out in the world and figure it out. And guess what? Because if something was to happen to you, they can't depend on you anyway. We have to be able to connect to our higher selves and our higher energy and release that crown and receive that information from the divine heavens. And this time of rebirth, it's also about finding the balance between science and spirituality. There's evidence, there's proof, there's results that teach us that the spirit realm is real, and science, for people who are very logical and they need tangible things, it's going to be a hard phase because spirit and faith does not work like that. There's not always going to be a formula, an equation to show you why. It just is. And when you're connected to the divine source, truly, you'll understand that and you'll know. That's why Aquariuses are the third eye and the crown energy, because we have that sense of knowing. We can't explain to you how, we just know. And we're shifting into this fifth dimension of consciousness where naturally you'll have dreams. I had a dream to cut my hair. Like, I was thinking about it, and honestly, I cut my hair a month after my birthday. And I was like, I don't want to cut my hair, look like an alien head, peanut head ass girl all over again, but it's the freedom. I'm a sensitive person, but this world, this valley we're in, it's consumed with pollution and all these things. So sometimes we get desensitized here. And with my crown being open to receive the information, I can walk in the room and I can feel energy. And we as women, as we're stepping up to become leaders and taking the role and owning our voices and our powers, our beauty is not attached to our hair. That's another thing. I had to accept myself for me. Not, oh, you got nice locks, or you got this, or you got people judge you. Like, you have to learn how to I am learning how to really love me in my rawest form, because you have to think about it. They shut the whole world down. You can't go get your lashes done. You can't go get your nails done. You got to learn how to take care of and be your best person with just you and the tools that you have right now. Because just imagine if this was like a true epidemic where we were running out of all that food, all these resources, and we had to literally survive off the bare minimum like they did in the ancient days. What would you do? I know I would be good. That's why when I say fasting and eating healthy, that stuff is important, because I ain't finna be eating no big luxurious meals and then the world go crashing down and you got to start eating broccoli and you going crazy because you don't know how to, your body's not used to that kind of strenuous like process and change. And that's why I'm always changing my body, because I want to be able to adapt to anything. You know, when you from the struggle, hell, you gonna miss a couple meals every now and then, but that fasting allows your body to heighten your senses and really feel the presence, the energies that are around you. and observe it, feel it, not to fear it. A lot of times we were taught to fear spirituality and all these things, but it's really nothing to fear. It's beautiful. I'm excited that our world is shifting to this higher place of consciousness, and that we'll actually be able to have these conversations and take it seriously. I think it's our health is so important. Health is wealth. We have all those 1% millionaires, billionaires up there that are going to be really upset because this Saturn breaking down in Aquarius is going to come for them in them checks. Thing is, people don't like to share. They don't like to share the information so that other people can live free, liberated lives. And I'm just like, well, why do you I don't understand why people do things. Like, everybody's motives in life are different, but those people who have selfish, self-serving motives that are in positions of leadership, that's leading a group of people, you're gonna be demoted. You're gonna get kicked out, because you cannot be a leader only trying to make sure that you can have health care, nice car, clothes, accessibility to everything you need. We need that for everybody. If everybody could be a high middle class, if everybody can be middle class to high class as a nation, we provide everybody what they need to that level. And then if you want to work individually to surpass that, you have that choice. But everybody should be given simple basic rights to food, housing, healthcare, education. Like, I shouldn't have to pay to go to an Ivy League school for you to actually teach me true American history and knowledge. I shouldn't have to pay extra money for that. Like, it's almost like we're wiping everything clear, and we're really being able to, like, what is that when they give everybody a fair start, everybody even playing fields. We're evening the playing fields, because the playing fields have not been even. Go to the inner cities, go to the public schools. And we built this country. Our ancestors built this country. So for you to deny the wealth, the legacy, and the fortune that a lot of people are owed as brown and minority people, we're the majority, whatever. It has to stop, because there's a lot of people, even myself, like my grandfather on my father's side, and I don't even have access to, has this money, and I can't even access it. I don't know how to access it, because guess what? My grandmother got dementia and all this other stuff, so I don't have the information to access the wealth that he worked hard for. And that's not just me, it's plenty of us. It's plenty of people on this world that's steady struggling to reach higher levels and wanting to know why do we have to work so hard just to get by? Because we weren't given, a lot of us, some of us was. I'm speaking to those underdogs from the struggle, inner city, connecting with them at this moment, because, you know, we see it. Like, when you're spiritually anyway, when you're spiritual, they say go to those who are in need. If you figured it out, you're not in need. So we need to balance it out by giving those who are in need the tools to understand why their mind is the way it is, why their body is the way it is. And then we'll start to see true change within our society. But I'm doing a rant because I'm going to start stepping out and talking about my stuff more, and I do readings. So if you want to read and book me, let me see what card comes out. I'm really grateful, because I was really depressed and struggling with healing. But for me, my throat chakra had been buzzing or just blocked, because I was not doing the things that I like to do, which is to have these discussions about spirituality and just awakenings and all these things, because we're going through an awakening, and some people know and some people don't. You know, we have to prepare. Criticism. That's a lot. Okay, so we have criticism, and we have desire, which is of the sea, and the wind. Now, I'm hoping this is not saying I think criticism, if I'm connecting this to what I feel, criticism has been a huge reason why I have not stepped out with my spiritual wisdom and my spiritual insight, because sometimes you feel like it's only you, and I don't see anybody that I know trying to give readings, and people judge you and say all these things, but at this moment in time it doesn't matter, because it's an assignment. And so I have to listen to my intuition and my higher self and really honor it, because that's how you get stuck. I don't believe when you've had several lives, you have to realize that you've been every race before. We're trying to get an entire society to view life through one way. That's not that I don't know. I don't resonate with that. I don't think everybody needs to be on the same agenda for every aspect, spiritually, sexually, health-wise. Some people don't need to be vegan. Some people need to eat meat. Some people need to be vegan because guess what? They're sensitive, and their body is a pure vessel, and it's a crystal. So maybe they can't eat all that stuff because of how they hold on to it. That depends on your personal makeup, and that's why we can't make one rule apply to everybody. So in this creating of this new earth, we are trying to figure out how to live and let live. Let you do what you have to do for your happiness, for your mind, body, and spirit to function in a positive way that does not create negative karmic energy in the universe. Do you? But if it creates negative karmic energy in the universe, you have to figure out something else, and you should not be selfish to say, I'm going to keep doing this even though it's hurting me and the world around me. No, that's selfish. And it's not healthy for you. So why would you want to keep doing something that you know is not beneficial to your betterment or the people around you? Like, we gotta check those kind of people, and it's with love, because at the end of the day, I would want you to tell me what I need to hear to be a better person. That's what people who love you do. They tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, because we want you to be better. I'm not that friend that's gonna be like, yeah, girl, he did you wrong. He dogged you out. He cussed you out. He did all this to you. Yeah, girl, just no. I haven't cutthroat. I'm a little too direct. Get him out of here. Bye. Treat her better. Treat me better. Treat yourself better, and come back. And that may be my way. I may be biased, but guess what? It's considerate. I'm not gonna keep spreading and accepting the hate and the things that's going to keep us blocked. But I'm getting on a tangent, so let me focus. Okay, this is criticism. Mars and Jen. This frightening woman illustrates the destructive power of the mind. Beauty, creativity, and innocence are slain through criticism and judgment. We live in such a critical world, and I know I'm highly critical of myself, so I'm not even gonna, this is for me and this is for us, because we're so critical. Criticism stems from self-hate and focuses outward, harming others. The negative power of the critical mind and condemning words destroy from the inside out, creating more destruction. This is why Trump is the way he is, because he's miserable on the inside. He has no self-love. He needs a Reiki. He needs a Reiki healing. She is a reminder that the quality of the thoughts held and words spoken revealed what you love or criticize in yourself and others. Show yourself mercy, understanding, and forgiveness. Love yourself and others without condition, so that the angry internal patterns of self-condemnation and criticism can be released in you forever. And this is so powerful, because even relating to Christianity, sometimes you condemn yourself and we condemn each other because we expect people to live this and not be flawed and not sin. We gon' sin. Like, that's just how it is. We're humans. We try not to. You're sinning even when you don't even know it. Hell, I didn't sin for cutting my hair. Half the men is sinning from cutting their hair, and half them sin if they are uncircumcised. It's so many ways. But sometimes we have to go to those old principles and find new ways to make them work, because we just have to find a new way. And this is very powerful. So if I've been critical to you, I apologize stepping forward in my new rebirth day. 3, 2, 1, bam. I'm really sorry for being overly critical and judgmental because I didn't love myself, because that's where it stems from. My judgment, my criticism stems from me. And so I want to step up to the plate and own up to my bull crap, because I know I've been critical and judgmental of people. And if I made you feel like you aren't important or you aren't special or God isn't gonna love you because you're different from me, I'm sorry, because that's inaccurate. And the second one is desire. And then that releasing that criticism, and this is the C. So that when one was of, or the criticism was of the wind element, which also relates to the hair and the intellect. And I know for me, those negative thoughts, baby, will wear you out. You know, you'll create a own internal prison for yourself, and you'll be swimming in it, because we create hate within ourselves, you know. So I just pray that, I know that this new earth is going to be amazing. And this is getting long. We're at 26 minutes, but I promise you I'll wrap it up. And thank you for those who actually follow me to the end, because guess what? I'm going to be talking more about things, and I want to hear what you got to say too. Okay, this is the 4, desire, a Cancer moon. And guess what? My moon is in Cancer. This sensuous woman knows her desires and how to bring them to her. Oh, manifestation. Where my sugar daddy at? I'm just playing. Where's my husband, my king? Her full emotions are in concert with the changes of the moon, comfortable in her being with the ebb and flow of life. She encourages you to trust your heart's desire and to receive the pearl of wisdom that is hidden there. This is the time to draw to you what you truly desire, to own your power and receive your ultimate fulfillment. Know that your heart's longing is yours for the asking, and that the intensity of your desire will bring it to you. Honey, bring me my husband. Bring me my husband, because you already know I want me a king that's going to spoil me. I deserve to be spoiled. I'm going to be. And it's not even that I want a king for a man to take care of me. I want my man because I know that he's connected to my purpose, and me having that person, because I'm already so isolated that, you know, like as deep and overly indulgent as I am, that's too much for people. So I need to give that indulgence to my husband. But yes, that and my purpose. This is real. But it's not just about that. It's about everything. But I'm ready for my husband, y'all. Husband, where you at? But yes, this desire. And I think for me, during my meditation and prayer this morning, I was talking to God, and I was like, God, my creativity and my self-identity has been really, it's 7:17, Kayla. It has been really run through the mud, because I've been trying to accept myself. But then when I change and turn to my Christian faith, I battle because I'm suppressing who my spirit is saying me in, because it's not aligned with how Christianity says I'm expected to show up in the world. And God is forgiving. We put conditions on God, and I don't want to live my life like that. Like, I want to live in complete harmony to who I really am, because we are the living word. We have the blood running through us, you know. I just know that this is a season for really stepping into your power and really owning who God created you to be. Owning it from the inside out, not the outside in. Because people don't know what your DNA has. People don't know the power that God put in you. So we cannot force an outside agenda to fit on everybody like we are puppets and robots. We're not. We're going to be different. We're going to believe in different things. But guess what? We have love. We have compassion. We have patience. We have understanding and wisdom to know that you don't have to be like me, but I'm not going to tear you down. I'm not going to put myself above you or beneath you, because we are brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off here because it's 30 minutes, girl. Bitch, can't talk. Bye.